Let me give you a choice. You have either to purchase a $600 1990s Bandai Biollante figure, or you can pay the same amount of money, or probably even more, for a highly articulated Biollante figure. Yeah, both those options suck. But, thanks to Bandai, that option is no longer a problem, because now we have a third alternative. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of fucking issues with this one. You know, not even a minute in, and I'm already bitching about the figure. So, let's just get the thing out of the way. Biollante comes with 3 points of articulation. The head is able to rotate 360 degrees, along with the tendrils right here and right here. The rest of it is nothing but a hunk of vinyl. And that's it, with articulation. Now going into the figure's details, as you can see, I don't know how well this camera's going to pick it up, the sculpt on this is actually very phenomenal, especially with like the plant-like stuff, the weeds and roots and things, and how even up here how it just looks like wet and very plant-like, I guess. Teeth details are teeth is very nice, although the gum right here, yeah, I mean, it's clear they carved it in, but inside the mouth, very, very detailed, very sculpted wonderfully. Even the tendrils on the side, they're all veiny and look like they have multiple veins going up. Even the teeth look sculpted nice. We'll get to that in a little bit. Even the back teeth look very nice. I guess the little platings on the back too are very, very nicely well done, and all around this is a very nice sculpt for Biollante. And now for probably the main bulk of Baggins' school of continuously bitching about things. And you can probably notice right off the bat, the paint job to this figure fucking sucks. As you can see with the paint job with this tendril, it looks like it was sloppily done. This is something that you would get if you had like a 5-year-old with a paintbrush and they go to town on your figures. This side isn't too bad, but my god, this is awful. Even the teeth right here, as nicely sculpted as they are, they do not have paint on that underside, just on the outside where it is basically out, and for people to say, you know, some of it's even already scuffing as is. I don't necessarily like this. The back tendrils are even detailed with the sculpt, no paint applications. That's not good. Even some mouth detail is alright with the paint job, and all around Biollante is just only like 2 shades of green. There's a light spray on the top, and then a bottom is the same continuous color. Now, I would imagine Biollante would be multiple shades of green, but I would have to get the original figure to compare it to, and I'm not willing to drop $600 right now, especially in these trying times. You know, if Biollante was going to be charged for war crimes, it would be pretty awful, but I think the biggest crime that Bandai has given is a Godzilla figure that isn't really size compatible with the other 6-inch Bandai releases. And this is a regular 90s Bandai, well, Godzilla 90 is not exactly a 90s toy, but it's of course Godzilla 90s. Specifically, I think it's the 93 release. Burning Godzilla right here. And let's see who else I can throw in. Shit. Anyway, here's the NECA 89 Goji, the Godzilla that appeared in Godzilla vs. Biollante. As you can see, this is obviously going to be a... This is very disappointing because the other Bandai Biollante figure actually wasn't totally sized correctly, but it was more closely in line with the regular 6-inch figures. This is very disappointing. Simply, this is because Biollante has always been considered one of the biggest monsters in the Godzilla franchise, and the most recent adaptation of her in the form of a figure is not even half the size of the regular 6-inch figures. This has been one of the releases I've been most looking for, and probably the release I've been the most disappointed by. This kind of has put me in question whether or not the Bandai, the movie monster series, will have this problem going forward. I honestly think it will. Burning Godzilla, I will eventually get to you for the same issues, except you're kind of a more hand. Biollante also comes with the movie monster series tag. Of course, this is the 2018 edition. Very nice picture for the front, and the back movie has movie monsters, Godzilla vs. Biollante, and just a very nice. It's a very nice tag. Open inside, more information. There's copyright, trademark, licensing, warnings. Probably a brownie recipe if you tried looking hard. Actually, no. We're going to take a look at something of a Biollante product that actually is the same size in a weird way. Released a little while ago is this Biollante plushie. Now, unlike the Bandai figure, Biollante is actually of size with the regular 6-inch figures. I will exclude this version. I will put Biogoji right next to plushie Biollante, and I will shit. Now this is what a Biollante should be the size of. I don't care if it has to be another $30 additional. It has to be of correct size. Biollante is one of my favorite monsters in the Godzilla franchise, and I think that this Bandai release has done her no justice in being as short as it is. This figure doesn't cut it. In conclusion, this figure is a piece of shit. Well, personally for me. This has been quite simply a figure I was expecting to be a lot more than what Bandai has given out, and unfortunately, I came disappointed. And I don't know when there will ever be a Bandai figure in which it will be the same size, or at least in the same range of height with the Godzilla figures. And I don't know when we will actually get a Biollante now that actually has good paint applications applied to the figure. This has been a very... Other than the sculpt is phenomenal, but the paint job and the height is very... It has left more to be desired, and this is quite simply disappointing, as this is one of the figures I've been most excited for and most disappointed by. So, would I recommend it if you need a Biollante in your collection? I mean, you can go ahead and get it. This is probably the most cheapest Biollante you're going to get. If you're wanting the giant plushie Biollante, I think it is a little bit more. It's also a plushie, but you're also going to get a Biollante that's more in line with the size of your other Godzillas. If you get the old Bandai figure, good luck trying to get your hands on that. That is a bit of a price expense, and it's not necessarily the most, it's not exactly a detailed figure like this one. Now, if you're also thinking about the SH Monster Arts Biollante, well, you could either pay up to $1,000 for a older release, or you can wait for this special color, which will come out at the end of the year for around $600. Jesus, Bandai.